Hello everyone. Hope all you are well. This is my new YouTube channel Mr.Sci-Nat, Science and Nature. Beyond the things. In the helping this paltform I'm just trying to showing you a beautiful natures, blogs. I'm just try to sharing some knowledge on science and fication. Basically this is a mixture of full entertainment video. Please support this channel and doing the losts of love and peace victory hand.
Founder of INCOSPAR and widely regarded as father of Indian space program. His efforts led to creation of Indian Space Research Organization.
MGK main on. He was notable mostly for his work on cosmic rays and particle physics, particularly on the high-energy interactions of elementary particles.
Satish Dhawan is known for his work on fluid dynamics and his tenure as longest-serving chief of ISRO. His era marked with India attaining orbital launch capability in 1980 for the first time, and start of INSAT program, which became base for further development of spacecraft technologies.
Also served as Chancellor of Indian Institute of Space, Science, and Technology. Rao pushed for launch vehicle development, which subsequently led to realization of PSLV, and later GSLV, rockets, marked as key boosts to India's space capabilities. Launch capabilities with INSAT program eventually turned India into a major spacefaring nation.
His era marked development of improved spacecraft in INSAT series and development of IRS series of remote sensing satellites, and major improvements in Earth observation satellite technologies. His tenure also saw operationalization of PSLVs and first flight of GSLV, which made India self-sufficient, launching its smaller and medium EO satellites.
Nair holds significant expertise on development of multi-stage launch vehicles, and his era witnessed operationalization of various variants of PSLV rocket. His tenure saw commencement of Indian human space flight program and launch of extraterrestrial exploration mission Chandrayaan I, following a controversial S-band spectrum deal involving Antrix Corporation. He had to step down.
He joined VSSC as a development engineer for electromechanical devices of launch vehicles, and later oversaw annual budget and plans and database for resources. Introduction of IRNSS made India one of few countries with own navigation systems, while introduction of GSLV, MK, later enabled India to launch its heavier satellites also. His era also witnessed successful launch and orbital insertion of Mangalyaan, India's first Mars mission, and cancellation of collaboration with Russia, and redefining Chandrayaan-2 with Indian design and systems. Successful flight of India's own cryogenic stage on GSLV D5 made it one of 6 countries with full launch capabilities.
He was primarily engaged studies related to oceanography and remote sensing, and served as interim chief of ISRO for a brief period of 11 days.
His tenure is attributed with HEX, which marks with beginning of development of reusable launch vehicle, first orbital flight of GSLV, MKII, completion of NAVIC, and launch of AstroSat, India's first space-based observatory.
He earlier served as director of VSSC and LPSC, and participated in development of PSLV rockets. His tenure was marked by the Chandrayaan-2 project, which resulted in a failed moon landing. His tenure also saw the acceleration of India's crewed space program. Short-term goals include launch of Chandrayaan-3 to attempt a successful soft lunar landing, putting humans in space, launching missions to Venus and Sun, and development of SC-200 rocket engine to facilitate realization of India's heavy lift launch vehicle and increase commercial operations. He is also known for developing trajectory simulation software, named Sitara, which is still in use by ISRO.
Somanath is known for his contributions to launch vehicle design, particularly in the areas of launch vehicle systems engineering, structural design, structural dynamics, and pyrotechnics. He also served as the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Thiruvananthapuram, and 22 Director of Liquid Propulsion Systems Center, Thiruvananthapuram. He was associated with the PSLV project, and was the project director of GSLV, MK, III in 20.
This is Mission Control Center. Vikram lander descent was as planned, and the normal performance was observed up to an altitude of 2.1 kilometer. Subsequently, the communication from lander to ground station was lost. The data is being analyzed. Repeat, Vikram lander descent was as planned and normal performance was observed up to an altitude of 2.1 kilometer. Subsequently, the communications from the lander to ground station was lost. The data is being
penultimate journey to shore up the International Space Station. Atlantis now in the proper alignment for its 8.5-minute ride to orbit, 4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Outpost. 30 seconds into the flight, Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude, almost 6 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center already, traveling 500 miles an hour. The 3 liquid fuel main engines now throttling back to 72% of rated performance, going into the bucket, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier.